We have an indefinite integral here that we want to evaluate. The integral of 1331 x squared times sine 11x dx. For this problem, we're going to use integration by parts. So before I start, I'm just going to write the rule for integration by parts up here. So the integral of u dv is equal to u times v minus the integral of v du. Just have that there to remember. So we've got a power of x and then a trig function sine of 11x. So for my u, I'm going to choose the x squared part, so 1331x squared. And then my dv will be sine of 11x dx. So if we take the derivative of u, du will be 2662x dx. And then integrating sine of 11x, the integral of sine is negative cosine 11x, and then we have to multiply by 1 over 11. So now I go back to my rule and plug everything in. So u is 1331x squared times v, it's negative 1 over 11 cosine 11x minus the integral of v, negative 111 cosine 11x times du is 2662x dx. So now I'm going to simplify a little bit. So pull the constants out here. 1331 divided by 11 is 121, so I get negative 121 x squared, and then I've also got cosine 11x. Now for my integral over here, I've got a minus 1/11, so I'm going to change this minus to a plus. And 2662 divided by 11 is 242. I've got an x and cosine of 11x dx. So now in my integral, I still have an x and a cosine, so I'm going to have to use parts one more time here. So this time, this is just for the integral part. My u is going to be 242x, and dv is cosine 11x dx. And taking the derivative, du will just be 242 dx. And integrating, the integral of cosine is sine 11x, and again I have to multiply by 1 over 11 because of the 11x in here. So now I go back to my integration by parts rule again. I've got it rewritten up here and plug everything in. I'm keeping the first part here, stays the same, so negative 121x squared cosine 11x just stays out front there. Now for my integral, I'm using integration by parts. So I'm going to have u times v, so u is 242x, v is 1/11 sine of 11x minus the integral of v du. V is 1/11 sine 11x, and du is 242 dx. So again, I'm going to do a little bit of simplification here before I do anything else. So negative 121 x squared cosine 11x just stays out front there. 242 divided by 11 is 22, so I have 22 x sine of 11x minus, and then again we've got 242 divided by 11, so integral 22 sine 11x dx. Now finally we've got an integral which just has sine in it, so this is easy to evaluate. So the first two parts stay the same, so I'm just going to rewrite them here. And then our integral, when we integrate sine, we get negative cosine 11x, but I already had a minus here, so that's going to be a plus. And then 22, and since there's 11x in here, we have to divide by 11. And don't forget your plus c on the end there. And now if I just want to simplify a little bit more, I can pull, since I've got cosine 11x here and cosine 11x here, I can pull those together. So I'm going to have negative 121x squared from here, and then 22 divided by 11 is just 2 from there, cosine of 11x, and then I've still got my sine term, 22x times sine of 11x plus c, and that's my solution.